Hello everybody out there and welcome back to another Into the Badlands episode review. We are now on episode 3. White Stork Spreads Wings. That is a mouthful for a title, I will say that. And man oh man, the development in this story was awesome, and this episode was spectacular as well, especially when it comes to the action. Sorry, table. But before we get into the episode review, as always, guys, this is split into 2 parts. First part is the non-spoiler, my thoughts in general on the episode, on the progression from last episode, and thoughts about the next episode. My second part of this episode, or this video, will be a little bit more spoilery, where I get into certain scenes in this episode. So if you did watch, this entire video is fine. If you didn't watch it and you don't want spoilers, I highly recommend watch the first half, pause it, put it in your watch later pile, and then come back to this video later. As always, I will warn you guys before I go into the spoiler part of this video. So let's talk about this episode. This episode was awesome, and one thing I would like to fix right away is Ryder. The girl he was with was not the Baroness, or the Widow Baron, and it was not the wife of the Baron, his father, Quinn. It was a completely different woman that comes from a... I don't want to say that word, but that's what it is. But it's a TikTok club. It's where men go. Okay? Let's leave it at that. And we find that out kind of in this episode a little bit. I wanted to say it. It's not really a spoiler, but at the same time I wanted to say it because in the past 2 episodes I was guessing it was between those 2 and it had nothing to do with either character. So I wanted to actually fix those 2 parts for the other 2 episodes. Now, going into this episode, Sonny from the last episode has taken MK on as his cult because he sees that MK has potential inside of him, or has something inside of him, and he wants to train him to control it because at some point he, Vale, and MK are going to leave the Badlands and try to find the place where MK and Sonny are from. Go figure. Now I was hoping this would happen sooner rather than later. Now, from the last episode, Colt is also bedridden, deathly sick, and with severe injuries from the last fight in the last episode. Quinn and the Widow Baron do finally get it on, and once this not get it on as in that, get your minds out of it. They fight, and after this situation, the other Barons, just like Quinn figured, are now looking to start war with Quinn because of the actions he took. The mother finds out also certain things that Ryder did in this episode. Sonny is, like I said, he's training MK now, and there's a really cool scene with him and MK. And also MK is following Sonny around. He's part of the cults that follow the Clippers around. And he doesn't listen to a lot of things that Sonny actually tells him to do. He does the opposite. So he's having a hard time keeping under control. And that might present a problem for the future, but not for right now. He also finds out about Vale, MK, but that's when we get into the spoiler part. But Vale is actually brought into Quinn's fort because she is a doctor and Ryder is in critical condition. That puts Vale into Quinn's eye, and Quinn knows a lot more than we or Sonny knew. He knew. It's crazy. The action in this episode was amazing. The choreography was spectacular, and the story development is really awesome. And Quinn's character is starting to take its own form on, and I'm liking the development a whole lot. I would definitely recommend Into the Badlands. As always, if you like martial arts, if you like sword fights and action, this is definitely something you might want to consider checking out. But don't wait till it's too late, or you might have to wait till the DVD set comes out, which I'm positive there will be a DVD set, and I'm hoping there will be a Season 2 for Into the Badlands. Right now, there is no definitive yes or no. From this point on, we're going spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, please pause this video, put it in your watch later list, and come back later. So, here we go. The episode opens up with one of the best scenes I've seen in this series thus far, which was the Baron Quinn attacks the Widow Baron in her house. And he brings his clippers. Action was amazing. There was a fight between Quinn and the Widow Baron, and things don't go right because Quinn gets that headache again that he's been getting, and that's what's slowly killing him. So the Widow Baron actually does manage to escape, but Quinn basically takes over her territory, and that's what upsets the other two barons, and they want to talk to Quinn, but Quinn knows that it's really, they're going to try make an attempt on his life, and then they're going to split the 4 lands between the two of them. Quinn, I almost said the wrong thing. Sonny Sonny has MK underneath him now as his disciple or his student, and the first scene he tells MK to, or all the cults, because there's a whole group of them, to stay put, keep a lookout. MK doesn't listen. He goes into the Widow Baron's house and steals the book with the same symbol that he and Sonny have on their. Well, Sonny has a more of a compass, and he had a medallion. And later on, he shows it to Sonny, and Sonny's not very happy that he disobeyed him. And that's not the last time either. There's another situation where, and this is how we find out who the person was with Ryder. Ryder's deathly sick, so the Baron's other wife, not Ryder's mom, but the other wife, actually brings Vale in as a doctor to save him, and she successfully does. And the Baron, or I should say Quinn is forever in her debt, and he actually admits to her that he knows about Sonny and her knocking boots. He doesn't know about the baby, but he knows about them doing things. And obviously he has more people watching than any of us knew. But anyway, Ryder tells Quinn who the person was that he was sleeping with, and he found out about the opium, and that led him there, and it was a trap by the Widow Baron, obviously. And that's where Sonny goes to find this girl, and she, spoiler major here, commits suicide to prevent Sonny finding out where the Widow Baron's hiding. He had MK watching out. He told him to wait on the balcony. MK's like, I'll stay down here and watch. And we find out that girl that's working with the Baron, one of her students or kind of clippers, she sends her to save the woman who Sonny's going to interrogate, and she's not on time because the woman commits suicide, and MK sees her. They get into a fight, and she's like, oh, so you work for Quinn? He's like, no, it's not what it looks like at all. It's completely, you're only seeing half of it, and I don't think you really like working for the Widow Baron either. And basically they go their separate ways. Obviously this is a love interest in the making or something. I don't know. We'll see it as the episode progresses. Again, Sonny finds out from Vale later on in the episode that Quinn knows about Sonny and Vale being a thing, and he says this is just moving things forward faster. Next episode, actually, it looks like he's going to be looking for a way out of the Badlands. Quinn actually goes to Vale, but before Quinn goes, MK goes. He takes the book and asks Vale. By the way, Sonny finds out about the book, takes the book from MK. MK steals it back from Sonny's room and goes to Vale, because during that fight where the woman committed suicide, Sonny got cut, so he went to Vale to get stitched up, and that's where MK found out she could read. So he gives her the book to see if she can figure out what the book says, and she can't read it. Sonny is sent off by Quinn to find the dumbest of the two barons. He's friendly with the Clipper for one of the other barons, and when I say friendly, I mean they were knocking boots before Vale and him were knocking boots, and the woman basically says, I'll help you, but I want you. That one night stand that everybody loves. Yeah. And he turns it down, and she figures out why almost immediately, and she says, well, I can persuade my baron easier if I get what I want. And that's where that scene ends up. And then we find out that Quinn is going to Vale because Quinn said, you saved my son, now save me. And that's where the episode leaves off. Bunch of dialogue and a bunch of other things happen in between, like I said, with Ryder's mom finding out that Ryder's the one that started this entire thing. And there's an awesome dialogue where basically she says, you know what? Maybe your father's right. You want to hear that conversation? Go watch the episode. That was a very powerful moment, I believe, especially for Ryder. I believe this is going to play into something he does in the future, because he already did something wrong when he attempted to take the Widow Baron's life, and now all of this war is happening because he made a stupid move. And the mother said, I'm not defending you anymore. You are on your own. That there's a lot more dialogue in between, which was amazing. And you guys got to see that scene for yourself there. I will not do it justice talking about it. Anyway, this was a great episode. I can't wait for next week. Next week we get more of the war starting. You got that Clipper coming back for Sunny, so maybe Sunny's willing to make that sacrifice to Quinn. I don't know, but I know Sunny's looking to get out of the Badlands. So we are officially halfway through the season, because I believe this is only 6 episodes long. Really interested to see where the next 3 episodes go. This was an amazing episode. Like I said, check it out. It's on Sundays, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Really great show. Walking Dead has officially mid-seasoned out. So right now, AMC only has Into the Badlands for the next 3 weeks. So if you're interested in seeing something interesting, something new, I would definitely recommend checking this out. It's actually ending right before 2016. So something to think about for the next month. Check it out. Action-packed, awesome stuff. The story is definitely developing a lot more than it was in the first episode. The last 2 episodes have been just spectacular. I couldn't recommend the series enough. And with that, that's it for this review, guys. Links in the description below. Check them out at your leisure. Stuff connected here, there, and everywhere. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the 3rd episode of Into the Badlands. And until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I will see you guys really soon in the next video.